Yeah, 2015 was a great year for me. You know, a lot happened. There were a lot of changes. Um, it was equally a good and bad year now that I really think about it. You know, like it was kind of shitty because, you know, my hand was like broken. My right hand, my wrist and my hand was broken for most of the year. So that was really shitty. Only now, a year later, pretty much, has it started healing. And, you know, that injury happened in the gym. You know, when I was pre-T, I was going hard at the gym. I was just going, you know, all the time, spending too much time there. And I ended up hurting myself ultimately because, you know, in my head, I just had this unhealthy, you know, idea, you know, and expectation of myself that I thought I could achieve by going to the gym a lot. And, you know, my body was obviously not ready for that much, you know, that much hard work and that frequent as well. So, yeah, and the result of that was, you know, ending up injuring my hand really badly. But everything's like pretty much better now. Like it's still kind of like it honestly won't ever be the same as it was before I injured it, but I've also learned to deal with it, and it's not giving me as much pain and as much trouble as it was. That was pretty much, you know, the worst thing I guess that happened to me in 2015. I got to see Laverne Cox in March, I think it was, you know, and that was amazing. I got to see her speak at the Elgin and Winter Garden theaters here in Toronto. I didn't have to pay anything either. It was great. I got to go and I sat pretty freaking close. You know, I sat up in the front row, and I got to see her like pretty much, you know, right in front of me, and she spoke about, you know, trans issues and, you know, issues that trans people of color face. And, you know, she talked about her transition and, you know, how she, you know, her upbringing, and it was just a great time to see Laverne. It was great. So that was like, you know, a really good kickoff to 2015. You know, and I actually just hurt my hand around that time, so it was really nice to you know, have some positivity there and go see Laverne, and that was amazing. You know, she's definitely one of my favorite activists in our community. You know, I feel like unlike others in our community, she actually talks about you know, current issues and, you know, issues that marginalized people within our community face. And I think that's really important. I met Buck Angel as well, another one of my, you know, superstar trans community heroes, you know, role models. Give him a hug. You know, he gave me I bought actually a copy of his documentary, and it's on Netflix if you haven't seen it. Saw him speak a little at Pride too, so that was really great. But yeah, like I got to meet him. And, you know, I'd always wanted to meet Buck Angel because, in my eyes, he also was one of the very, you know, early trans pioneers who paved the way for trans masculine people. He was one of the first, you know, trans men to really gain some traction, gain some, you know, publicity and recognition, you know, and, you know, just spread the word that there are other trans men just like himself, you know, all over the world, and that we do exist. So it was great to meet him. He was definitely one of my heroes. He is definitely one of my heroes. So that was awesome. In 2015, I also ended up joining Transcend. If you haven't checked out any of my Transcend videos, you should go check them out right now. It's a channel. We speak about, you know, different issues, you know, that are faced in the trans masculine community, and, you know, just kind of like different topics and stuff that relate to us and to relate to our lives and living as trans people. So yeah, go check that out if you want. Check out the other bros. It was great. I auditioned. They were holding some auditions, and I auditioned for that, and I got chosen, and I'm really grateful for that, and I'm having a blast on the channel. So yeah, if you haven't seen Transcend, go check out the Transcend channel, youtube.com/transcendbros. We've got 800 plus subscribers now, almost 900. I'm very happy to be a part of the team. So that happened too in 2015. I joined the Transcend team. The biggest life-changing event, of course, was starting T in July of 2015. I feel more happier within myself, and I just feel more comfortable with myself. I just finally, feel like myself 100%. That was definitely like, if not the, like a highlight, but if not the, number one highlight of my entire 2015 year, starting T, because I honestly, didn't think it was going to happen that quickly. Like the whole process in the end, seeing the doctor and stuff, only took about maybe like 2 months, 2.5 months or so, maybe 3 months. But yeah, I thought I'd be on, waiting lists. I thought I'd, have like at least a whole year, after talking with the doctor, that I'd have to be waiting and stuff. But no, it really didn't take that long at all. And, I'm very grateful and I'm very privileged to have been able to, get on T so quickly and see the right doctors and the right specialists. My final highlight of 2015 was speaking at the Transgender Day of Remembrance flag raising ceremony at Toronto City Hall this past November. That was an amazing experience. I was so excited to be approached, by a representative of the Toronto Trans Alliance who had asked me to speak at this ceremony, which is a very important ceremony, and what an honor it truly was. I got to speak alongside, very active, very important members of our community. So that was just a great experience. And I'd never really spoken on such a platform before to my community either, as a, to just have that opportunity to speak directly to my community about, being non-binary, being a trans person of color. It was really great. It hit me right in the heart. It was such a great experience. And for all of us to come together and to remember those lives that were lost within our community, it was just truly a great honor to be a part of something like that. I feel, a sense of pride that I was able to, sort of give back to my community. Our trans siblings who came before us lived very hard lives. A lot of them died for our rights, and, just from the madness that society, puts down on trans people, we've lost a lot of our warriors, and it was just, I really felt honored to be a part of a ceremony in which I could, give my thanks and, just honor and be very grateful for what everyone else has done in order for me to be able to be standing in front of that podium that day and say what I had to say. So that was definitely, a humbling, a great experience that I'm going to carry with me forever. Those were my highlights of 2015.